One of the wardens, prison wardens, he told me I remind him of his nephew. He was diagnosed with Asperger's. He's about 14 years of age, and he says I'm the spitting image of him. The next jail was sent to, they had a little book specifically about Asperger's, and it was, when I read it, it was like a revelation, like questions I've been asking myself or thinking about were just like open, where it's like, because I've got this sort of neural switch setting in my brain is why I'm behaving in a certain way.
I am the non-opiate and alcohol team leader for Change Grow Live, which is a substance misuse recovery service in Camden. And I'm also the lead for neurodiversity on the service.
Can you explain about your aims and the objectives of working with the police?
So the aim of the group, as I was saying, is to shape and improve the service we deliver to our neurodiverse clients from the point of assessment right through to treatment completion. The work that we've been doing with the Metropolitan Police, they've come to the group and they've talked about distraction packs that if you are detained and you're really struggling in an environment in the cell, that you can ask for that, and they contain things like fidget spinners, reading material, stress balls, which if we hadn't have started this group and brought these different organisations together, then we wouldn't be aware of that and we wouldn't be able to communicate that to the service users. We're aware that there's definitely a connection between neurodiversity and substance misuse. A lot of people use substances as a form of masking. At the moment, we don't have that data, and what is really important about this group is that's what we're trying to do. And the more that we use the expertise of the group and work together with different organisations and agencies, then hopefully we can start building a picture of that and improving treatment services going forward.
My role in general was setting up a support group for people within the police, because I'm diagnosed with ADHD and dyspraxia. And so my group, called the ADHD Alliance, exists to support people within the police. But because I'm a detective that works in safeguarding, and therefore I meet lots of neurodivergent people on a daily basis, or read about them certainly, I care quite a lot about what we can do. Police station custody should have some sort of form of distraction pack for people. I have ADHD, I stim, I'm stimming right now. That's I have a little piece of plastic I roll between my fingers. What disables me isn't my condition. What disables me is the structures of society that are not designed to meet my needs. And that's something we can describe as TED, which stands for Task and Environment-Based Disabilities. And I'll give you a small practical example of what I mean by TED is things like, when I did my sergeant's exam, it was 3 hours long. I'm not going to concentrate for 3 hours, so I'm disabled. Give me a little break in the middle of that, I'm going to be fine. Within the Met, there's autism stop and search guidance as well, which is readily available. I co-wrote a guide called ADHD in Custody, which is a resource that we wanted to have it in their custodies. It's for people who are undiagnosed that can pick up. These are some of what my rights and entitlements are, and allow someone to advocate for themselves whilst they're in custody. There's a lot of people out there who are involved in the criminal justice system who have undiagnosed neurodivergent conditions. It's an interesting one because I take medication for my ADHD. The medication I take is a stimulant. I genuinely am of the belief that there's a lot of people out there taking drugs and alcohol to treat their undiagnosed neurodiverse condition. I genuinely believe that, hand on heart. When you think about what alcohol and abuse and drug abuse costs the NHS, but society as well, it blows my mind that we're not having these considerations.